Alrighty. Wow, is this good? I think this is good. Hey friends! It's been forever, obviously. If you haven't noticed, I've been the worst person on YouTube because I just don't upload. But to be fair, I am at college all the time. I can't film at college. I have 5 other roommates and it just doesn't happen. Don't have the lighting, don't have the space. The backdrop would be terrible. And I don't bring my records with me to school. So, I don't know. I've thought about vlogging. Let me know what you think about vlogging. I went to see Paris a few weeks ago and I was thinking of vlogging it, but I didn't. But if you like the idea of vlogs, let me know below because that would be more of an excuse for me to vlog or upload while I'm away. Anyway, hi. It's been a while. And, oh God, there's like dirty clothes everywhere. It's been a while, obviously. So, today, as usual, I'm going to be doing a record collection update. This has been since the summer, and you would think that I've gotten tons and tons of records. I've gotten a good amount, but again, I'm at school. I don't really have places to shop for records. There's one record store in town, and it's pretty overpriced, and as a college student, I can't afford it. So a lot of these records are ones that I got coming home for like winter, Christmas break, or ones that I got as gifts, or maybe I ordered, I don't know, so on and so on. So that's what we're gonna do today. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot to say because I haven't filmed in a while, but I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm not gonna waste my time. It's just like, whatever. So I'll start off with the first 7-inch I got. It was a gift. Shout out to Ashley. It was a Christmas gift. And it is a Nirvana split 8-inch of their songs Sliver and Dive. Both sides are pretty cool. I think the artwork is like cool. Excuse my nails. My acrylics have been falling off. So like I have like lasting acrylics on too, and they're just stubby. So yeah, this has Sliver and Dive. It's just standard black vinyl. I've listened to it a few times. It sounds great. And she got me this for Christmas, so shout out to her. If anyone doesn't know, Nirvana are one of my favorite bands ever. And anything related to them, like, I'm just stoked about. My ringtone is a Nirvana song. Okay, moving on to like normal sized records now. The first one I'm gonna talk about is the most recent one I've gotten, and I got it for Christmas from my aunt. And shout out to her because this was one of my favorite albums of 2017, and it is After Laughter by Paramore. I'm wearing a maxi skirt and it's getting caught under my chair, so excuse me if I'm like moving around a lot. But anyway, so this is pressed on colored vinyl. It's this really cool like light orange color that I'm really like stoked about because I kind of figured it would be on colored vinyl because I saw so many variations, but I like this one a lot. Like, I got pretty lucky. Look how pretty! It's like peachy. It's so pretty. And like I said, this was one of my favorite albums of last year, so I was really excited about it, about getting it on vinyl. I don't really have enough. Paramore were like the first rock band I ever got into, and I don't have a lot of their albums on vinyl. So I have like one. Yeah, I have one of their albums, Brand New Eyes, on vinyl. So everything. It has this cool artwork on the inside. And yeah, my favorites on this are definitely Pool, Idol Worship, and Told You So. Hard Times is like so good. I remember when that came out. It's all I listened to. The whole album is amazing, but definitely Told You So, Pool, and Idol Worship. They're all groovy, and they're all dancey, and they're all fun. Next is actually kind of like random, funny, but it's important to me. So anyone who's gonna come for me and be like, ha ha ha, like why did you freak out about this when you got it on vinyl? It's because I never saw it for anywhere less than $200 online. And I got a notification on Discogs that it was only $20. Someone was selling it for $20 with some scratches. There's 2 songs, one of which is like one of my favorites, so I was kind of pissed. There's a few scratches, so it does skip in places. But it is my favorite movie soundtrack ever. I've probably talked about it before, but it's my favorite movie soundtrack ever, and it is the Twilight movie soundtrack. Like I said, this is like out of press, and I'm really just excited to have it in my collection because it is my favorite movie soundtrack. It's pressed on standard black vinyl. It does have some scratches, like I said, but I've spun it a few times and I enjoy listening to it. It sounds great. And oh my God, guys, you really, like, I loved, like, I had a little Twilight phase when I first saw the movies, and like I read the first 2 books. I didn't even read all the books. But this album is just so nostalgic to me. Like I said, it has Paramore, Decode, and I Caught Myself. Supermassive Black Hole by Muse, Blue Foundation, Eyes on Fire. Like, there's just so many good songs on this record. And a lot of these artists and bands I don't actually listen to, and I probably should because I love this record, but I don't know. This is my favorite movie soundtrack, and I know it's like pretty random to like freak out about. And it is a gatefold. It's just the Twilight movie cast, so yeah. The next two are by the same artist. I was gonna wait to show these at the end, but I'm just gonna show them now. One of which I'm super excited about because it's really, really like cool, and I never like splurge like this. But okay, I'll show the cooler one next, like after this one. So the first one is Magnolia by Turnover. This album is super, super, super underrated. Turnover have easily become one of my favorite bands within the past few years. I just never get sick of listening to them. Like, if I don't know what to listen to, I'm not really in the mood for a lot of bands. I'm always in the mood for them. I feel like this album got very lost in the mix because it was like that, almost that transition album. It was like between their like heavier pop punk sound and then Peripheral Vision, which was like obviously a total change for them. And I feel like this album has aspects of both of those sounds, which, like, I don't know, I love their pop punk sound and I love their newer sound, so like it works. My like phone died and stopped recording, so now I need to like start over. I just went through like 5 records and stories about them, and now I need to go back. Is pressed on colored vinyl. It's on this like light pink, kind of looks like the bubblegum pink American Candy press, you know what I'm talking about, by the Maine. I can't do anything without talking about the Maine, obviously. So that's that. And the next one, like I said, is by the same artist, Turnover. It's Good Nature Special Book Deluxe Edition. This was one of my favorite albums of 2017 as well. And it's just a picture book. I don't want to go through all of it because it's big and it's overwhelming, but it has some really nice pictures, has lyrics to some of the songs. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, I don't want to like bend anything. Anyway, and the press is like absolutely sick. Like, this was definitely my favorite part of it. Clear vinyl with green and pink splatter. Clear vinyl and splatter vinyl are my 2 favorite kinds, and combined, like, living for it. Next up is one I'm just not really going to elaborate on because this band is kind of problematic, and I pre-ordered this album before a lot of stuff came out and went down, and it is Brand New Science Fiction. As much as I want to talk about this album and just like the songs on it and my initial reaction, which I wanted to do in my favorite albums of 2017, but of course I wasn't going to include it. I can't, because I feel like by me telling you my favorite songs or telling you, oh, this album's so good, you gotta check it out, or like blah, 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 it kind of encourages other people to listen to it, which gives them more listens, them more attention. And I know it was really Jesse Lacey. Like, I don't want to like paint with a broad brush and say the whole band is like full of like bad people. But like I said, I did order this before. I pre-ordered it before all the stuff went down. I know people who have sold their brand new records. I'm not going to do that. A lot of their music just has been a big part of my life, and I haven't really listened to them, like my brand new vinyl, since it all happened. But it's one of those things, like, one of my first albums on vinyl was Deja Entendu. Like, I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I'm not really gonna talk about it. So I did get this one in the fall. Wish I could talk about it more, but not really about that. So yep. Next up is an album that I was like meaning to get for a while on vinyl, and I'm happy I finally did, and it is You're Gonna Miss It All by Modern Baseball. And I just think this is such like a classic. I don't know. It has Your Graduation, which is like probably everyone's favorite song ever. It's one of my favorite songs ever. And it's pressed on this really fun yellow. I hope it matches my shirt. My shirt's not as bright though. I think this is a brighter yellow. But yeah, it's pressed on this really fun yellow colored vinyl, and yeah, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of this album. I've been really into Modern Baseball lately, so it's a record that was one of my favorite albums of 2017 as well. And it was a bit of a disappointment. Like, I still love the album as a whole, but just, I guess, because of who it came from, it was a little disappointing. And that is Shapeshifter by Knuckle Puck. This was also like a pre-order. I pre-ordered this as soon as I found out Knuckle Puck were putting out a new album. And like I said, I did really enjoy this record, but I don't know. Knuckle Puck are one of those bands I like everything they've ever put out, so I had really high hopes, and this is definitely my least favorite release of theirs, which like I hate to say because like I don't know, I hate when I don't like a new album by a band I love. But as like if I took away the fact that it was Knuckle Puck, I do like the album. It's just different. I don't go to it as much, but like I said, this was a pre-order. Still one of my favorite albums of 2017 because I did listen to it a lot. But yeah, and I thought I ordered a Splatter one. I don't remember because when I bought it, I just ran to my wallet and bought it because they said they were doing pre-orders. This was back in August or July, and they sent me like this sheer pink one, which I'm still living for because it's a really pretty color. I don't have any albums like this. My favorites on here are definitely Gone, Double Helix, and Conduit. Conduit's my favorite on the record, hands down. Wait is a good one, Want Me Around. It's just like songs like Plastic Brains or Nervous Passenger, Into Twist. Like, I don't really go back to those, you know? Next up is one that I'm super excited about. I have two left. I'm super excited about this one because I'm pretty sure it was limited to like 20 copies. And it was also another favorite album of 2017. And it is Head North. Let me see if I can get this right. The last living man ever alive in the world. That's definitely wrong. The last living man alive ever in the history of the world. I can never get that right. Like, even when I talked about it in my top favorite albums video, I don't know. Maybe I should start getting it down because I did really enjoy this album. But yeah, so like I said, I think this was limited to like 20 copies, or at least this specific press of it, because I don't know, I just remember seeing them tweet about it and immediately I like, it was being put on sale at like 11 o'clock. Right away I went on. And it is pressed on clear vinyl, which this might be the limited part of it. It's pressed on a really like thick vinyl. I love clear vinyl. I think it like suits the aesthetic really well. Like it just kind of goes, you know? But yeah, like I said, this was one of my favorite albums of 2017. This band is part of a collective of bands that Mayflower Collective, which is like a local thing back near me. Like, lastly is another favorite album of 2017. It was, I think, in my top 5. Like, I listened to this record so much. And it is Citizens As You Please. Guys, like, I can't tell you. I don't know if there's been an album. Like, this Citizen are one of those bands that I like them, but they're not one of my favorite bands. And like, it's rare when one of those random bands that like I just kind of listen to put out something that's just like mind-blowing. Like, my favorite bands are my favorite bands for a reason because everything they put out is just amazing. And I've probably talked about it in other videos, but their record Youth is one of my favorite albums ever. And then they put out, what is it? Everybody Is Going to Heaven. And that one I didn't really like as much. Like, I still don't really go back to it at all. So when they announced that they were putting out a new album, I wasn't getting super stoked for it. Oh my god. This is like the Knuckle Puck that never happened. Like, if that makes sense. This album I didn't really have any expectations for. And I don't even remember what the first single was. Was it Fever Days or Jet? It was one of those probably. From the first song I heard off of it to when the full album came out, I was absolutely obsessed with it. Like, I love every song on this record. Like I said, in my top 5 albums of 2017. Just so good. And I actually bought this on a whim. Like, I think I bought this within the release week. And I had only listened to the album a few times, but I knew like I was like hooked on it. And I got it at Newbury Comics with my aunt in Boston. And it is pressed on a pretty cool vinyl. It's like splatter on white. I mean, I didn't really know if it was going to be pressed on color. I figured it would because it was like release week. But I really just wanted it because I love this album and I wanted to own it on vinyl. So yeah, let me go over some of my favorites on this one. Probably Jet in the middle of it all is a masterpiece. Medicine, World, Fever Days, Control, Flower Child. It's just every song on this is so good. I Forgive No One. Like, if you haven't checked this one out and you're into like any music you've seen me talk about on any video, like just give this album a listen. I probably preached about it in my favorite albums of 2017 video, but if I didn't, I'm telling you now to listen to it. So anyway, yeah, guys, those are my new records that I got since last time I talked to you. Maybe I'm forgetting a few. I don't think so. In the summer, I'm planning on doing a totally nice and new record collection video of all my albums I own. and hopefully it'll be like a nice video, not just me talking. Like I'm gonna try to make it like look nice. But yeah, if you have any questions about these albums or anything, as usual, feel free to comment below. I'm sorry I've been gone for like forever, and I hope you've been having a good fall, a good winter. I know it's like just March, it just started March, so it's gonna get springy soon. As you can tell, I'm wearing a tube top because I just like can't wait to start wearing spring clothes. Yeah, I hope to be filming more often because I really did not do a good job over winter break, as you guys could tell. And I mean, I'm still live, I'm still on social media, so I'll link all that below and you can follow me and we can talk and be friends and stuff. You guys still message me about my videos and it makes me so happy. So keep doing that. But yeah, so that's about it. I will see you guys next time. Bye.